Hello, this is going to be a reading for Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. This is going to be a reading for July 2025. Where are my other cards at? That's funny. Glad I wasn't really trying to use those. Spirit, please give me the messages that Scorpio needs to hear for July 2025. Let's turn the air on, Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio for July 2025? I think it's crooked again. I'm never going to get it together, Scorpio. I just never am. I feel like I should have took that one. No. I wanted to flip over a little bit. I wanted to show me that it wants to be here. Infinite possibilities. Okay. Pure potentiality. Majestic, regal, mirroring, abundance, splendor, and radiance. Nice, Scorpio. I love these colors of this peacock feather. The indigo and the purple with the jade green going into the teal and into the turquoise. The blend is everything. Cycles. Completion, closure, lessons, travel, final destination, and fixed. That's so funny. They just came out with a new final destination called Bloodlines. So this is giving me the death card a little bit. I feel like I'm into your energy. Closure, completion, cycles, I think, and it says fixed too. And I think that this is you closing something out. I'm sorry, I had to. Did I tell you that? Yeah, I had to turn the air on because my eyes start splitting. I feel like now that you're closing out something, there's like some kind of infinite possibilities. There's like, Scorpio, what are you going to pick? What are you going to do with yourself? Virgo, maybe you're going to pick some kind of perfection, jazz, soul, blues, back to black, emotional depth, unique, brilliant, writer, tortured mind, wounded heart, ignored signs, anxiety, cry for help, rehab, love is a losing game. Hopefully that's what you've left behind. This is Virgo. A lot of you guys are Virgos sidereally. And then we have Sagittarius, healer, alkaline, sell food, cure for disease, herbalist, inspirational speaker, divine messenger, cosmically connected. So both of these, and then like Sagittarius is usually Scorpio. I'm Scorpio sidereally. So that's funny. It's like sidereal and sidereal adds up to you with both of these. Maybe it's something to do with the moon cycles. There's cycles here, Scorpio. Maybe you dibble and dabble with the moon cycles. Nothing wrong with it. That's what you're supposed to do. I like that someone isn't afraid. You know, I think that fear is part of keeping you away from you looking, you know what I'm saying? Looking through the veil, not even realizing you could probably see through the freaking fabric. You know, you're Scorpio. Something about that gaze. Two of Cups. Cycles. You have somebody here, could be a Sagittarius or a Virgo, that is a soulmate. You have love coming in. I feel like a cycle of maybe this Virgo energy, Virgin. I said something about perfection. Maybe you were looking for perfection before, and now you just want to be happy. Now you just want to be chill. You want to be healing and on some self-food shit. You want to be on some curing diseases and stuff. That's very you too. You represent the surgeon a lot of times. Doctor Strange. One of my favorites. I think Doctor Strange. Who else? Venom, Storm. They're not like the same though. As far as like characters and stuff go, I didn't even know Doctor Strange was associated with Scorpio either. And I just always liked his character because he was normal, you know, and he became in his older age too. I really like that about his character. I'm into all of that. Very much so. The Magician and the Upright. I think that you are into some kind of mystical stuff and you're not afraid of it, you know, and you're manifesting great things for yourself, Scorpio. I know I've been called to really look into your energy and heal some things in that sector of my life. And I think that is working. I'm starting to get, well, great cards for you, obviously, but even when I read for myself, it's just a big karmic thing in my life, Scorpio. The Hermit. Virgo energy, somebody went within. I think this is one of the most powerful cards in the deck. But the world is in reverse here. Wow, Scorpio. With this Magician that was, and look, the Eight of Pentacles. This is about work. Maybe you're going back to some kind of work. Maybe there's somebody in the past that you're going back to. I feel like you're powerful. Like you could make things go forward if you want, but you're making things stop. You're not letting something end. Maybe you've had a chance to think into this. This is giving me the Libra reading too. I think it was the Libra reading. Somebody was really thinking about something, taking the time to think about something, acknowledge something, realize something. This feels like you're going back to something to fix something. You're going to do some kind of like Doctor Strange. It's funny because it's about the cycles and the opening the portals and the time travel and stuff like that. That's how I feel like you're doing. You're not letting something end. You've thought about it, and you're going to go back to something. High Priestess in reverse, yeah. Wow, so all of these, look, the Jazz Soul, Back to Black, Emotional Depth, Unique, Brilliant Writer, Tortured Mind, Wounded Heart, Ignored Signs, Anxiety, Cry for Help, Rehab, Love is a Losing Game. All of that is coming out here in this High Priestess in reverse card. And this card, she's also coming out of this swamp. You know, it's like they tried to bury her in the swamp. But she's coming out with all that information from that swampy water. That's what I feel like you did. I feel like you went into this hermit mode and you came up with all the shit. Look, death. Scorpio. You're very strong here. Not only did I see you in the cycles. I saw you with the Virgo and the Sagittarius. And then I didn't even realize that you're also part of the World card. And that's another reason why you have the authority to stop, start. All you got to do is talk to the other three. Like, okay, look. And something about fixed. The cycles and the fixed signs and needing to do something over. I feel like you have realized that a do-over is the best way to move forward, even. Maybe you've come to a place where you don't want all this. I feel like you want something. Everybody is like having a crossroads moment, which is also one of your cards. When there's one, wow, judgment. Look, and the Hierophant. Wow, and the Chariot in the reverse. And the Ten of Wands. Scorpio, something is big here. You got 4 Major Arcana here with the Ten of Wands. Like something is broken, it's busted, it's gone its course. The Hierophant, some group or family is under judgment. There's some death coming to something. Somebody doesn't have control with this 2 of Wands in the reverse. Their plans didn't work. They don't have control. 6 of Swords. Someone can't move on to calmer waters in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse. 3 of Swords. Wow. Yeah, I think it was like, some shady people. Just shady people from before. And they want you to go into something else. This is... I don't remember if that was the collective reading or Libra reading or what. I don't know, Scorpio. I don't know, okay? What's the 2 of Cups for my Scorpios? 2 of Swords. I think it was the collective. This is the Minor Arcana to the High Priestess. This is you thinking, going within, thinking, observing, going over things, nostalgia, but picking it apart, Virgo energy, getting in the details of something, not being afraid to look at something. The Devil, not being afraid to look at the Devil. Scorpio, I heard that shit. I like this. When you're brave and stuff, look. There's really nothing I can say about that. But what is it that you would like? No, not that either, because y'all are not for the weak. But I like that, Scorpio. I like that. It's sexy. The Page of Wands in the reverse. I feel like you're taking some kind of spark away from something that's toxic. Something's toxic here, and you're taking the energy out of it because you're the damn devil. You in Capricorn, you're Hades, you rule the underworld. So when I see the Devil card, I see you. But I don't always give it to you because I know how you guys can be. You don't like to always be associated with negativity, but you're just looking at it wrong. But now you're going to be looking at it right. Somebody came between something toxic, took the fire out of this, something that was just starting to grow, a Student of Wands, Page of Wands. It was new, it was fresh, it was innocent, it was nice. And the Devil came in, made it real dirty. What is it? What did the Devil do? Took the innocence out of something. the student of the Page of Wands in the reverse. I mean, the Page of Wands period is the Minor Arcana to the Fool card. The Hierophant, there under there. This is a family, a group of people. That's this devil that came in between you and a soulmate. They probably just wanted to, 9 of Wands. You weren't in the reverse. You didn't defend yourself, or you didn't defend somebody. Maybe a Sagittarius. Over here, something is coming to an end. You got this Sagittarius and this Death card under here. Something's coming to an end. Maybe somebody was able to bring themselves closure about the energy of Scorpio. That is something that I've been talking about. I like this reading. I like the ending. I like that the love is open, you know, because it really makes me feel like I personally have done this work right. Although I don't feel like I'm that open to love, but something like a student of Wands in the upright, something friends, like starting off slow, really, really slow, I would be more comfortable with, but I'm not. I think that a lot is going to have to happen before people wake up, turn from their ways, and, you know, become stand-up men again. Not saying that there aren't any, but I just don't. I feel like they're looking for something different than what they see in me. And that's fine. I'm not, you know, worried about it. Student of Swords, the Page of Swords. Somebody's watching something. This is also this Hermit energy. This could be you watching. Maybe this Two of Cups person considering some things, researching, really investigating. That came up too. It's a lot of investigative things going on. That came up for Libra. And I think Virgo. Someone, Two of Cups. Okay. So, yeah, you were fighting against someone. You're not going to fight them anymore. You're watching them. You're not going to be trying to fight them. You don't want something to end. This person could be a Virgo or a Taurus or a Aquarius. Could be another Scorpio. Could be a Leo. Excuse me. I know them gulps was loud. I got chia seeds in here, so I'll open my throat up so that I can swallow them. Open it up. You gotta open up that throat. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Yeah, somebody wants to be on the good side of things. I love this Sagittarius card. A lot of Sag, a lot of Virgo, a lot of Scorpio. A whole hell of a lot of Scorpio. And we got Taurus here too. Pisces too. I think that you have options, but I think that there's something that you want to go back to. It's giving me that it was lovers kind of thing, but I don't think it's going to be that. I think that you might just end up being friends with someone. But at least it's not, you know, a negative thing. There's possibilities, there's things opening up because you've become cool with somebody again. Look, the Wheel of Fortune with the infinite possibilities. Come on. This is a powerful Scorpio. Somebody using their energy the right way, in a powerful way, not being all scary and hiding and malicious and nefarious, and someone that is standing on their morals. Someone that has learned that their morals are important. You know, Hermit, Virgo energy is about morals. So is Taurus. Even the devil, I was telling Libra, the devil is not loose and weird. He's very distinguished. He's the ruler of demons. He can't be slacking them demons or knocking them upside the head and have his throne, you know? But the devil don't half step. And I feel that energy with you. Just like I didn't feel like the devil was wrong for Libra either, for some reason. I didn't get that this time. This time I do feel like you're facing something head on. You're looking at yourself, which is big. It's the easiest thing to do when you do it, when it's the thing that you do. But if you don't do it, then it's the hardest thing to do. But once you do it in this Hermit mode, one of the most powerful cards in the deck, once you look at yourself and you realize how easy it is to change yourself, and you don't have to grow through this and that and, you know, even say anything to anybody. Once you start realizing that it's all in you, you'll never go back, and you'll never let anything slide either. You won't let shit slide or just get bad for no reason. I think that somebody needed to get that fire Scorpio out of their system. I think that Scorpios could be very childish when they're younger, and then they grow up, you know. Particularly the men, but the women too. I think the women can be pretty wild too. I have a lot of Scorpio friends, you know, growing up, and because I'm wild, well, I was, I'm not at all anymore, but I was wild, and I like to have fun, and I like to be around people that like to have fun and that weren't, you know, tripping. And Scorpios, Libras, Aries, Magician, underneath the High Priestess in the reverse. This is you using the truth that you found to fix something, to do the right thing. You're a master. Naturally, this reminds me of Libra's reading. Maybe you're a Libra cusp, or you have a lot of Libra in your chart, also freaking Virgo. And what I liked about the readings is that they kind of sounded alike. They were given the same vibe, but not crazy. Like, I'm like definitely reading for the same person still, like, you know. It's a little different, but close enough to where you could even get a little more out of it and pull a little more out of it. These are people working together, or you're going to be working with someone. This is a good thing. I think you're going to say something. This could be a Virgo that you're going to be working with, or Pisces. You got High Priestess again. This time it's an upright. I think that this is you, though. This High Priestess. Oh, I think that now that you've gone within and looked at the truth about things, dude, do you understand how much you're going to know, even about your own magic period, now that you're not ignoring the truth? Like, this is powerful, Scorpio. I love this. I love this. This is beautiful. 10 of Wands in the reverse. And the 10 of Cups in the reverse. I think there is a group, a family, Hierophant in the reverse that you're leaving behind. It came up here too with the Judgment and the Death. Might be a Sagittarius you're with, or a Pisces. Jupiterian for sure. Or a Taurus. Or Capricorn. But I think you're leaving something behind. You're closing out a cycle. You're ready for these infinite possibilities. You're going to heal something. You're clearing something out and you're ending it. You're starting something new, something positive on a whole nother trajectory than where you were at, because you were living in lies, before. Now you're living in truth. Infinite possibilities when you live in truth. I mean, really, it's going to open up such a whole nother world for you. Strength card in the reverse. Leo energy. Somebody's not strong. Something's dying. This marriage, this relationship, it's not going forward. Somebody might have cancer with the Chariot in the reverse and the Ten of Wands with the Death. Could be a Sagittarius. Knock on wood. Somebody that was vengeful and superficial. Or a Leo or a Virgo. Again, a lot of Virgo. A lot of Sag. A lot of Pisces and a lot of Scorpio. I definitely feel like this is something about healing the dark energies, healing something that was dark. With the Scorpio and the Sagittarius. And with the Pisces and the Virgo and their polar opposites, I definitely feel like it's about hidden things, the details. Not being afraid, being courageous. Virgo is the strength card too. They're brave. Virgos are very brave. They really are. And they look into things. It's hard to look into things in the details sometimes because you find things. If you look, you find it. That's what they say. So don't look. No, that's not Virgo. Virgo's going to find out, going to understand the truth, going to let it burn and do the courageous thing, the truthful thing. A high vibing Virgo. Here somebody's dropping these burdens. They're dropping this negative family dynamic. Somebody knows something and they're going to work with some other people. You're going to create something or work with some other people now that you're out of this negativity too. And you're working on truth. I just can't even. This is like a whole new world. This is so great. This is going from being a dark magician, playing around with a bunch of broads kind of energy, to becoming a real man that runs a household and that loves his alarm. I think this is the second time I got something like this for you, Scorpio, that your love is in the air. There's something here for you. But you got to make the right decision. You got to leave the bullshit behind and decide to live off truth, because it's going to give you the infinite possibilities is insane to me. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune come down after that. It was great reading, Scorpio. I hope that it resonated and I hope that you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Help your girl out. They're trying to block me. But, it is what it is. And I will see you next time, Scorpio. Peace.